everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, you know what I'm going to say. Have you subscribed yet? Go down here in your settings, go find your subscribe button and go ahead and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you'll know when I upload or just when I want to pop in. And we are on countdown mode to Colombia. And the minute Harry and Meghan touch down in Colombia, I am going to be popping up all over the place. So you need that notification bell on and sitting on ready so you'll know when I pop in. And also, while you're in there, give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, that unrelenting algorithm that has me by a chokehold most of the time. And we have a join button down here that is for our channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member, you're going to help this channel to grow, to improve, and to survive because, it gets a little tough. And so, with your support, you'll ensure that this channel will continue on. And I will be so forever grateful if you decide that you want to be a channel member and join our reading club. All right, with all that said, let's get to the read. Well, while I was putting the read together today, as usual, I'm all over the place, all over these internet streets. I was over at X, I'm always going to be at X a little bit. And I was on Instagram, and then I even went on some of the hater tabloid websites. And it seems to be the theme of the day is Harry and Meghan's chief of staff resigning, quitting, being fired, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It does not matter. But the tabloid press doesn't seem to understand, or it either they understand and care, but and pretend like they don't understand, is the culture of America. I personally have quit a job after 2 days on the job because it was not a fit for me. And that is the way we do things here in America. He was on a probation period. It turns out that it was not a fit for Harry and Meghan, and not a fit for him, or it was either both or one of them. Does it really matter? No, it does not. Because that is the way business is ran. You want people on your team that you fit with. You don't want someone on your team that doesn't fit in with your team, because then you corrupt your team. Your team stop working as a unit. And I don't understand why the British media just continue to run with this nonsense. They are like the pigeons, like I said. They are on the ground looking for any little minute thing that they can pick up on, and this is one of them. And basically, that's what the read is about, one of them too, but it's not this particular one. But Josh, what is his name? Kittler? Did not fit. So what? He left. And that's pretty much the way we look at things like this in America. So what? But then they want to pretend like it's what did the Daily Fail say? The Daily Fail, they called it, oh gosh, where is it? Harry and Meghan revolving door of staff. 14 employees the Sussexes have lost since 2018 after two Archwell workers left their role inside of a week. So what? So what? That's what happens in organizations. Here in America, I don't know. I cannot speak on the UK. I can only speak about what, how it is here in the US. And Archwell is a US company. Let's not forget that. Archwell is established and is ran in America. And here in America, that is nothing unusual. We don't hold on to people in companies that are not a fit because you can cause problem for the whole team when you do that. You want your team to move in unison. You want your team to have a bond. You want your team to be able to work together. And if you have one person in there that is not fitting, it can throw the whole team off. So you write a nice letter and you give him his letter and you say, good luck. And he go on to another company where he does fit. And you find the person you bring another person to your company that does fit. But yet and still, they want to throw spaghetti on the wall to see if they can get anything to stick to the Teflon couple. They are so tired of throwing stuff at Harry and Meghan and it's just coming off. They just cannot help themselves when some little trivial nothing comes along and they have to use that too. I find it hilarious. I find it as a sign of them understanding that they have lost because they clearly know people have the internet and the squatties is over there on X, formerly known as Twitter, dragging them all the way to Kingdom Come with the fact that with the fact that Kate had five personal secretaries in 6 years, dragging them, dragging them, dragging them. And of course, I got my little hits in there every now and then because, that's how I am when I'm on Twitter. This is just so ridiculous. And it has gotten to the point where stuff like this, it doesn't sting anymore. For us squatties, it don't sting anymore because we see our faves continually, consistently winning. And your little darts and little arrows you're shooting from over, across the lake or across the pond or across the river, it's not reaching them, and it's sad to see you continue to shoot them. It's so sad to see you still throwing spaghetti. And I am not going to give this article or these people any of my time today. I just want to, it's an article that I want to cover too. Although I am going to highlight them, their level of being sad and pathetic and just pitiful. That's the only word I can say, pitiful. And it's going to be highlighted in this other article that I am going to do the read on. But I cannot give this any time because it's just ridiculous. It's just like the article they wrote about Megan's brand has a setback, and in actuality, it's just an administrative thing. This is just business here. And yet and still somehow Harry and Meghan, they wish and hope and have done everything that they can for the downfall of this couple. And it really hurts them that they cannot make anything stick. But I tell you what, they keep it up. But it has started to become amusing, sad, pathetic, pitiful. And that is what this is. And I wish Josh a bon voyage, happy sailing. Hope you find a job that fits for you, and good luck. And that's it. I'm not going to cover it anymore because it's so sad and it's so nothing. All right, let's get to the article then. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just so they don't make me mad anymore because clearly Harry and Meghan has won. And I am just looking forward to all the pictures that's going to come out of Colombia. And I saw where the president of Colombia said he gonna meet with Harry and Meghan. And we're supposed to worry about an administrative issue, like someone that was on probation and it didn't work out and they left and you waved bye bye to them and they waved back. Come on now, we gonna move on. But how sad and how pitiful can you be? All right, I want to talk about that. Well, when I just said how sad and how pitiful you can be, I'm going to prove to you how sad and how pitiful the tabloids are and how desperate the GB News is and all of them are. And like I said, it's coming to them that they have lost. Harry and Meghan have won, and they are stuck with the left behinds, who is so subpar that they not even subpar. They would have to come up a few clicks to even be ranked as subpar. Now I guess Sophie could be subpar. She been working hard. Nobody cares, but she's been working hard. So I say Sophie is subpar, but the other ones have to come up a few clicks just to be subpar. And because of that, they have done everything that they can to just to find something on Harry and Meghan. Their smears have just become so pathetic. And here's an example. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has a new Netflix comedy series. Not series, but I guess you could say show. And he mentions Prince Harry in it. And I'm going to give you some of the headlines that came from Joe Rogan's Netflix. What they say came, how they portrayed it. He did mention Prince Harry, but I'm going to show you what the tabloids and all of the smearmongers said. And then I'm going to tell you and read to you exactly what Joe Rogan said. And you're going to see how pathetic and sad and just mediocre these people are. They just so sad. They're trying to do all that they can to continue this smear campaign, and they are just running out of gas. And it is comical to watch. This is some of the headlines. Prince Harry tears uh, UFC commentator Joe Rogan apart. Harry's epic meltdown at Joe Rogan's mushroom joke in Netflix special. Joe Rogan rips into Prince Harry during stand-up special over the Duke's past remarks about him. Fighting words. Prince Harry tells Joe Rogan to just stay out of it after comedian's controversial vaccine comment. Joe Rogan slams Prince Harry in new Netflix special, calls him a bitch. Joe Rogan targets Prince Harry in his Netflix stand-up special, Burn the Boats, over COVID vaccine disagreement. Joe Rogan would love to confront Prince Harry about taking mushrooms. OK Magazine. Prince Harry mocked in Joe Rogan's brutal Netflix stand-up show. It's just a few more. Prince Harry front. No, wait a minute. Prince Harry. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get. I got the. No, that was the last one. I'm repeating myself. But you get to just. You would think Joe Rogan got on that Netflix special and just monkey walked Prince Harry. Just talked about him like a dog and just pretty much told him to shut up, bitch. That's what they are trying to tell us. But let's go to the article that I found about what Joe Rogan really said. Okay, let's see what he really said. Okay, I found this in Newsweek, and it's written by James Crawford Smith. He knew he couldn't get away with this nonsense. He had to tell what was actually said because at the end of the day, it is Newsweek. Although he does stretch a lot of stuff, he knew not to stretch this. All right, Newsweek, it says Joe Rogan breaks silence on Prince Harry's argument. He did use that kind of thing to try to make it, more than what it was. But let's go on. Joe Rogan has opened up about the experience getting publicly chastised by Prince Harry in 2021 over his comments about vaccination during the C-19, you know, in his new Netflix comedy special, Burn the Boats. The 57-year-old comedian and podcast host said that he found out that Prince Harry was talking ish about him one morning while he was in his underwear and vulnerable. I got canceled so often during the sea time that sometimes I would find out by accident. This is a true story. One time I woke up in my underwear, plopped down in front of my television, and turned it on, and Prince Harry was talking ish about me. I'm like, I just woke up. I'm vulnerable. I'm in my underwear, and there is a prince on TV, Rogan said. Do you know how effing weird it is when a prince knows your name? Oh, Joe, stop, stop. You just being so brutal to Prince Harry. We heard all the headlines. Do you have to slam him like that? Do you have to just eviscerate him like that? Like these headlines that I just read said? This is what Joe Rogan said. And how they equated this to Joe Rogan slamming Prince Harry. The pigeons are trying to get any little minute thing and make it into something that it's not. Joe Rogan did not slam Prince Harry. You heard it yourself. And let me go on and finish what Joe Rogan said. And he didn't say that much. They act like the whole Netflix special was focused in on slamming and just eviscerating Prince Harry. This is how desperate these people are. And it's comical. It is comical. It said, do you know how effing weird it is when a prince knows your name? He's like Joe Rogan's giving out dangerous vaccine misinformation. And my first thought was, F, did I? I might have. Harry referenced the stance on vaccination during an appearance on the Armchair Expert podcast in May 2021. At the time, the prince and the comedian was both signed to podcasting contracts by the Spotify streaming platform. A month earlier, Rogan faced backlash after suggesting publicly that he wouldn't recommend healthy young people getting the C-19 vaccine. While discussing misinformation, Harry said Rogan should stay out of it. Ooh, Harry was brutal, wasn't he? He was brutal. And added, you have a platform, and your platform, which with a platform comes responsibility. I'm not even, check this out. Rogan. This is what Rogan said. And yet and still, y'all heard the headlines. They were talking about how he slammed him, how he just eviscerated him. This is what Joe Rogan said. I'm not even mad at Harry. If I was him, I would have said the same ish. I get it. If I met that dude, I'd love to have a drink with him. This is what Joe Rogan said, but yet and still they wrote article after article after article that Joe Rogan had slammed Prince Harry, slammed him, eviscerated him, ripped him apart. That's some of the adjectives that they used for Joe Rogan's mention of Harry in his Netflix special. And I am reading what Joe Rogan said. Does it sound anything like those rags pretend like it was? That's my point. They're pigeons looking for minute things on the ground, trying to feed their hunger because there's nothing there. Harry and Meghan are handling their business, minding their Montecito business, and they are left with the left behinds, and they cannot talk about what's going on with them. If they really would have something to write, if they would write it about them, but they have made a deal with the devil. Harry said that his family made a deal with the devil. I believe that the tabloids made a deal with their devil too. Because wouldn't we all would like to know why Prince Sway was swaying so? Why Sophie is so doggone friendly to William? What's wrong with Edward? What's going on there? I mean, it's plenty of stories over there that they could write. And what is this aging backwards with Kate? This 9 months of chemotherapy with narrow sign of illness. There's some stories that they can write, but they rather starve to death because they have made a deal with the devil. They have made a deal. And when two devils make a deal with each other, it's a hard time for both. And that's the way it is for them. But let's get back to what Joe Rogan was saying. Ooh, ripping Prince Harry apart. Saying, I would like to have a drink with him. Okay. And I would like to have a drink, a relax and have a couple of cocktails and have a good what did he say? Where is it at? Oh, and have a good old time. Rogan then added the punchline saying, and the goal would be to get him 3 drinks in deep and then go, hey man, you ever do mushrooms? Rogan went on and asked, could you imagine doing mushrooms with Prince Harry? You imagine if you could trick this guy into doing mushrooms with you, and then say that when he is hypothetically hit the prince, you would hover over him and say, are you sure vaccines are safe? BITCH. You're not a scientist. That is what Joe Rogan said. That is a joke. He said he wasn't even mad with Harry. He was able to take constructive criticism from Harry. He said he don't blame Harry for what he said. But yet and still, you saw the headlines. You saw him, all of them saying that he ripped. Joe Rogan mocks Prince Harry in brutal Netflix comedy special. He's talking ish about me, totally taken out of context. This is how desperate these people are, and we can no longer take them seriously. They have proven themselves to be sad, pathetic, desperate, and laughable. So when I saw that whole thing about that little administrative hiccup that Harry and them had with Josh, I laughed at them. I really did. And I laugh at anybody who think that that's a big deal because like I said, that's the way we work around here in America. If it don't fit, we leave. Maybe it's different in the UK. I don't know. But I do know this. The British media has lost the battle. It is a laughing stock. When you get me to start laughing at the stuff that you are printing by Harry and Meghan, you are really, really, really in trouble because it's so desperate. So all I can say to the UK media is, sorry, you won't be going to Colombia, and you're gonna have to pay for those pictures that are coming out of that country and out of this tour. Where if you had acted like I'm gonna talk like my grandmother used to say, if you had acted like you had any sense, you would be the one selling the pictures instead of buying them. All right, y'all. That is the read for today. Bye.